If you look down the chart about halfway, you'll see some common chord progressions and some recommended scales and modes which can be played with these progressions. First, we see the 1 chord to 2 minor chord progression. To the right of the chords, you see the word yes in the Ionian and again in the Mixolydian mode columns. And all the way to the right under the pentatonic column, you see yes for the major pentatonic and some, or, which means sometimes, for the minor pentatonic. In the key of C, that would be a C major to D minor chord progression. And the chart indicates that you can lead over this progression with the Ionian mode, the Mixolydian mode, scale, and sometimes the minor pentatonic scale. By the way, this DVD entitles you to access to printable charts like the one on your screen right now. On to the next progression. It is a 1 to 3 minor, which shares the same notes as the Ionian and Lydian modes and the major pentatonic scale. In the key of C, play C major to E minor, followed by an Ionian, Lydian, and major pentatonic. The 1-4 chords share the same notes as the Ionian and Mixolydian modes, the major pentatonic, and you could sometimes sneak in the minor pentatonic. In C, we have C major to F major for the 1-4 chords, and of course the C Ionian mode, the C Mixolydian mode, the major pentatonic, and the minor pentatonic. A 1-5 progression shares the same notes as the Ionian and Lydian modes, major pentatonic and sometimes minor pentatonic. In the key of C, that would be C to G major, and for the lead, Ionian, Lydian, major pentatonic, and sometimes you could sneak in the minor pentatonic. On to the next chart, we have a 1 to 6 minor chord progression sharing the same notes as the Ionian, Mixolydian, major pentatonic, and sometimes minor pentatonic. That would be C to A minor, and solo with the Ionian mode, Mixolydian, major pentatonic, and sometimes the minor pentatonic. The second progression on this chart shows a 1 minor to flat 3 major chord movement, sharing the same notes as the Aeolian, Dorian, and Phrygian modes, as well as the minor pentatonic scale. In C, that's our C minor to E flat major, sharing the same notes for the lead as the C Aeolian, C Dorian, Phrygian modes. Along with the minor pentatonic scale. And you might even try borrowing or mixing scale notes for a more unique approach. The 1 minor to 4 minor chord progression shares the same notes as the Aeolian and Phrygian modes, and the minor pentatonic scale. That would be C minor to F minor, followed by C Aeolian, C Phrygian, and minor pentatonic. Next we have the 1 minor to 5 minor progression, sharing the same notes as the Aeolian and Dorian modes and minor pentatonic scale. Applied to the key of C, we have C minor to G minor. For lead guitar, we have Aeolian, Dorian, and minor pentatonic. The 1 minor to flat 6 major progression shares the same notes as the Aeolian and Phrygian modes and minor pentatonic scale. The 1 minor to flat 6 chord progression includes C minor to A flat major with C Aeolian, C Phrygian, minor pentatonic. The 1 minor to flat 7 or minor 7 major chord. This progression shares the same notes as the Aeolian and Dorian modes and minor pentatonic. We're calling this a flat 7 chord because we're deriving the root note from the minor scale. So in C minor, the 1 of course is going to be C minor. The 7 is a flat 7 interval, and this is a B flat note. So the 1 minor to flat 7 chord progression would be a C minor to a B flat progression. When you have a progression like this in the key of C, we play the C minor, B flat major, our lead guitar options would be C Aeolian, we could also use the C Dorian, and of course the C minor pentatonic. So just to run through the scales without improvising, we have the C minor to B flat, and the lead guitar options use C Aeolian, C Dorian, and minor pentatonic. So what if we have two chords that don't fit any specific scale that we've learned?